All right, good morning, guys. I'm so glad you could make it. Welcome to your unique devotion. Today, I said in the last video that we were going to start chapter 5 and read it through, but there's actually a bit of a crossover. The very end of chapter 4 actually kind of crosses into chapter 5, the way they have it set up. So I was just going to read that as the beginning of chapter 5, but as I was kind of reading a little bit just to get my eyes awake here, something sort of stood out. So I'm going to just break it down and finish up chapter 4, which is actually verses 20 and 21. And it's entitled Obedience by Faith. And then tomorrow I'll read chapter 5 for us. Okay? So let me get into the reading. If someone says, I love God, and hates his brother, he is a liar. For he who does not love his brother, whom he has seen, how can he love God, whom he has not seen? And this commandment we have from him, that he who loves God must love his brother also. That's it. It's short, but the theme of love comes up again, and that's come up every single time so far as we've been reading chapter 4 of the book of 1 John. I think I forgot to mention that, 1 John. So the question is, how are you doing with loving others? Since we've been working on things of ways of loving others, how can I improve on loving others? We've tested the spirits of truth and error. We've manifested love. How can you manifest some love today? Do you believe that God loves you? Even the opposite. What do you fear? So we've looked at the perspective of love and fear, and tried to love others. And I think, at least from my perspective, I think I did pretty well this week. I didn't chew anyone's head off. I didn't even have any desire to. So then today is, how well are you doing with loving others? This isn't just something that we did on that day and it's done. It's something that you want to make habit. It's something you want to build into yourself that makes it an everyday thing that is just you, just who you are. A key that stands out, that has stood out for me now for a long time, is this statement: allow others to be themselves. If we stop trying to just figure people out, and we stop trying to tell people and make people be what we think they should be, it removes so much junk from our minds. If we pause, when we're interacting with people, we stop thinking ahead and actually listen to them. And let them be themselves before we try to judge them or guess what they're thinking or guess what they're doing. And if you feel like you need to know what they're doing and you feel like you need to interact with them in a way to change what they're doing, ask them questions before you jump to conclusions in your mind. Yes, you might be able to discern a situation and decide and figure out what they're thinking and actually maybe be correct, but you're taking a 50-50 chance. Your guesswork may be wrong, and even if it's partly right, it's still partly wrong, and you don't want to build your world of who they are around falsehoods, because it's not good. You end up projecting in your mind who you think someone is, and down the road as that builds, you end up with such a false world of who they are that you may say or do something that they're like, why did you even do that? You're going to interact with them in a way that isn't correct because you built this false world around. So it's a very deep statement because it's hard to do, but allow others to be themselves first before you judge and guess what they're thinking or what they're doing. Just going to leave it there. Okay? How are you doing with loving others? I hope that God gives you all the blessings you deserve, and even more so, blessings you don't deserve. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll do chapter 5. Are you going to be there? You better be. Have a wonderful day.